Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to Slams and Bobs, where we are finally, since January, gonna discuss some wrestling. Where have I been? Well, I think after the January Royal Rumble show, I was sick. I think in February I was sick and I could basically barely talk. So we ended up skimping out on a lot of stuff that we should have said and should have talked about. I figured we would discuss what it's going to be like at WrestleMania 31, because at current, I think my number one thing after watching Raw last night, which started at 12, which meant I lasted the whole show with only one nap, which was when that rapper guy was on, which was bleh. Anyway, for me at the minute, I can't see many huge rivalry builds bar between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Oh, and of course Cena and Rusev. You lot have no many times I say how many times I say so in one video. It's insane. We could just have at the end of the year a video of me going so. Have they built rivalries well enough? Randy Orton and Seth Rollins finally culminated to the point where we know it's going to WrestleMania. Did you see the beatdown on Raw last night? That was epic. Seth had this big old hole above his shoulder, and I know, and well, I would hope that that's going to end up in some kind of stipulation match. It's what we want to see. The thing that they keep failing at with WrestleManias is they have one-on-one with no variation. Comparing it to 17 again, that's where 17 was so much better, because everything was different. You had a tag team match, you had a one-on-one, you had a no holds barred, you had a TLC match, you had a gimmick battle royal. Everything was different and everything built up well to the point where you wanted to see everything going. You weren't just interested in The Rock versus Austin. You wanted to see every match on that card. And yeah, okay, at the minute, I want to see a lot of the matches on the card. So talking of the card, we have about 6 confirmed matches. I think there's 7, really. Rusev versus Cena, which was confirmed last night by Lana. I finally heard Lana's accent slip last night. From a British perspective, we're a bit more disillusioned to the USA thing, but we are enjoying the build up to it because I do feel like they're doing it really well. Obviously, Cena's gonna win. It's obvious. We're not in any shadow of a doubt illusioned by the fact that Rusev might actually beat Cena at WrestleMania. It's not gonna happen. We also have, I suppose, Orton versus Rollins. I just touched on that. They're obviously building them up. Randy has put on a bit of tummy. I heard that apparently Vince was keeping off the TV because he wanted him to lose weight. He has put a bit of chunk round his middle, but I think he looks better for it. Just my opinion. He's still got a 6-pack. As I say, I want a stip match, you know, maybe a street fight, something like that. That would do me quite well. Bellas versus AJ and Paige. Okay, so we knew Paige and AJ versus the Bella Twats, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say the TWATS word now, was coming. It was very obvious, but I don't feel like they're building it properly. You know, alright, in an ideal world for the wrestling fans, not the ones out there that are going, oh, Paige and AJ again, we would have loved to see AJ and Paige have a wonderful longevity rival that culminated at WrestleMania. We wanted that. The British scene wanted to see Brittany Knight do that, but okay, I will compromise and say yes, alright. I get to see Paige and AJ work together in a different way. I'll settle, even if the twats have to be there. It makes no saying to me what I want to happen at that match. Other than when I started reading reports during the week that Bellas were leaving the company, I'm going to give you an impression of what went on in my mind. The heavens opened, birds sang, and I was a happy person! Until I got realistic and realised that that was probably filmed months ago, and that, yeah, they probably changed their minds since then. But I will live in hope that they're just not going to come back after WrestleMania, and that will just be the last match, and then they'll just sod off back to the bad acting ring they came from. You know what made me laugh about that whole thing? Nikki Bella apparently turned around to John Cena on Total Divas. I don't watch that, okay, because I like wrestling, not reality crap. And turned around to Cena and said that I would like to try acting. Really? Really? No comment. Too bloody easy. We just need to go back to the summer and relive. I'll never forgive our mother for giving birth to you in the worst acting ever. Back to WrestleMania build-up. Roman versus Lesnar, yeah, that's getting a lot of exposure. I'm gonna kind of take a hit at the IWC here. We have complained for years, and I've been part of it, over Cena, Super Cena. The minute you get someone new, i.e. Roman Reigns, that's not good enough for you, and that annoys me. Because, you know, I'm happy for Roman Reigns to, no pun intended, but take the reins and lead the company somewhere else. You know, alright, if he becomes a 5-move Cena, fine. At the minute, I enjoy what he's doing. I think Vince is putting words in his mouth in terms of the promos. I did touch upon that. But, you know, stop being so hard on the guy. Please, give the guy a chance. Alright, yes, Royal Rumble was very, very obvious. We knew he was going to win. But, you know, we've got someone new in the title picture. Yes, alright, we want Rollins in it. We want Ziggler in it. We want Ambrose in it. But okay, for now, I'm happy to not have Cena in it. Give the guy a chance. We all know that there's rumours that Brock Lesnar walked out on the WWE the other week at Raw. He wasn't happy about something. Supposedly, Roman Reigns failed a drug test. There have been no reports to verify this, but there's been a couple of good K-fob piss takes. Paul Heyman cut some epic promo last night, and I'm wondering exactly how much of the mic numbing parts are Vince doing it for real because he's not happy with what Heyman's saying. Just my opinion. I'm wondering how much Heyman's ad-libbing out there. I see title turmoil. I'm calling it title turmoil now and not a ladder match because it's just different person every week. The hilarity of that is really good, but it's also bringing a prestige to it in a way because it's obvious that it means a lot to every competitor going, and I'm enjoying seeing the constant change and the fun of it. It's really bringing the comedy into WrestleMania. Maybe we shouldn't have comedy in the IC title because it should be taken more seriously, but it's serious yet fun, and we need that. Gimmick Battle Royal, Mania 17. Everything I say always goes back to Mania 17. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Giant? I'm getting a different accent. Giant Battle Royal. I'll look forward to that. I'm wondering what Kane's going to be doing at WrestleMania. Supposedly he was going to be going against the Big Show. No confirms yet. There's a lot of people in that, so I'm not going to go too far on that. Triple H Sting. Now, this is the one that's a little bit disappointing for me. I wanted to see more of Sting. I want to see more of Sting. I want Sting to be there more. And he's not. We did get a big VT of Sting talking last night, and the build-up and the flashes of the paint on Triple H's face. I am looking forward to that purely because I want to see Sting. Whether Triple H is being a glory hound and going against Sting, I could care less. Yes, we want to see Sting versus The Undertaker, but we're getting Sting. So happy days. And then obviously last night came the moment where I sat against the TV like this as the dong sounded, and we heard the Taker bells, and the chair was set on fire in the middle of the ring, and I was just a kid again. So we definitely do have Bray versus Undertaker. Someone asked me about this on the Birchbox. Do I think Bray is going to beat The Undertaker? I have no idea. I mean, after last year, anything could happen. I still say that the only one to break the streak should have been Kane. I think he should have been Taker's last match. But I just still remember being at my friend's house last year and that 3 happened, and remember the guy in the audience with the eyes? That was me. And my friend's dancing around the room going, yes, yes, and I'm going what? But obviously Taker wants to carry on to the point where he rests in peace in the ring. That is the card up until now, to my knowledge. It's about 7 or 8 matches. I would like to see a few more added to it. Obviously we want the tag titles in there, and judging by last night with what happened in Los Matadores and father and son Tyson Kidd and dad Cesaro and the Usos and Borat wearing, I can't even remember her name, she's that pointless, Naomi. Yeah, if you review her outfit from before she started changing it in the last couple of weeks, she looks like Borat, okay? I've done a meme of it and it's bloody funny. They're obviously going to do some kind of turmoil with that. Again, I welcome that because we need the tag titles at WrestleMania. Our next point to make is Hall of Fame, because the most beautiful thing happened last night, and if you weren't in tears, you have no soul. In the Hall of Fame is Randy Savage, about bloody time. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the celebrity wing, fine, because he's a big fan and he's done a lot with the company, so let it be. Rikishi, Stinkface, the Bushwhackers. This divided me and my friends because I said, yeah, fine, they're classic names, they're well known. But my friend said, they haven't done anything. Well, Nora Drew Carey. Medusa, Audrana Blaze, fantastic. About bloody time, she deserves it. I would love to see Beth Phoenix put her in, but that probably won't happen because there was, if people remember, there was a thing a few years ago where they wanted to have a match and it never happened. Going in as the first Warrior Award, and I'm not going to get choked up when I do this, and I'm already getting choked up, is Connor the Crusher. Now, this little boy came into our lives last year, and in the space of a few months took the hearts of not only every person in the locker room but also the fans. I mean, if you saw the moment they announced him last night, everyone was on their feet clapping, cheering his name, showing so much respect. And he's just a little boy, you know, who died tragically a few weeks after WrestleMania. And if there's anyone who deserved it, it was him. I mean, we say so much crap about WWE, all the politics, all the dirtiness that goes on backstage, but that little boy, it brought everyone together and brought out the best in the company. And I respect them so much for doing that. And WWE, for what you did and what you're going to do with him, I'm a fan. And I am proud to be a fan for you doing that. And this isn't put on. I'm actually struggling not to bawl. When they played that promo last night, I was in bits for the two main reasons that this award is going to exist. And WWE, I applaud you for that. Thank you so much. Controlling myself. That is WrestleMania up to this point. We will have a big preview show in the days before WrestleMania where I talk about the whole card as a whole. Thank you so much for watching and watching me choke at talking about Connor, who is the coolest kid that still lives in my memory and to live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for crying with me, for talking with me. Put what you want down there if you've got an opinion on WrestleMania, if you've got an opinion on Connor, on the Hall of Fame, on anything. Let's talk. I will gladly talk with you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.